everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is your first time here. I'm Siobhan and I'm the founder of Fearfully Wonderfully Made. And so right now I'm in the series continued of women walking in passion and purpose. So like I stated before in some of the other videos, right now this series is just to encourage young people that they can go after their dreams and go after their vision, and it's more than just a 9-to-5 desk job. So I hope this series has been inspiring so far, but I want to introduce somebody on the couch today. So this is Ashley and she's the owner of Foxy Veggies. So welcome.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, it's a nice day, ain't no rain, so I'm doing good.
Cool. So tell us about yourself. That's always the first question. Just tell us about yourself.
So, Foxy Veggies, I like to not limit myself on what Foxy Veggies is. Yeah. So Foxy Veggies to me is just an outlet and a platform geared towards educating not just people, but especially people in the Black community on what it means to be vegetarian, how to go about doing that, and how simple it can be. Because a lot of times people feel like this is so taxing. Oh, how do I do this? Is it affordable? Is it expensive? How do I eat better? What does that look like? Where do I start? And I remember when I started my journey, I didn't really have much of that. I didn't have many people to kind of help me on that. You just know, eat soy and that's it. Eat vegetables and that's it. Yeah. So I took this journey for myself and I wanted to utilize this as a platform to educate people, but also to cook and do what I love to do. So whether it's doing cooking classes, whether it is doing more events, personal events, one-off events, or even just doing my blog and doing reviews on how to eat at restaurants, because you don't really know what's vegetarian friendly in DFW. Yeah. That is a way for me to help people on their journeys. So that's kind of where I like to place Foxy Veggies.
I love it. One, I love the name Foxy and how she has an afro on the shirt. So cool. Yeah. But I really love what you said with food doesn't have to be boring, and it doesn't have to only be veggies. And a lot of times we think that when we think about eating clean, it's just a lot of green leafy product, but the fact that you take a meal and you make it your own and you make it healthy, and it's simple. I'm sure.
I'm lazy, so I don't like to cook past 30 minutes like for a meal. If it's taking longer than that, 2 hours, I mean, unless it's Thanksgiving dinner, I'm really not trying to do it. So it's true, and you should eat what looks good. I mean, eat with some color. Don't just stick to green leafy. You know, put some red bell peppers in it, put some yellow, put some beets. Like, try it. You know, I put red pepper flake in everything. I put cayenne pepper in everything. Utilize spices because
chili powder. That's my favorite.
Yes, put that in everything. Try and trial and error. A lot of times we're so focused on like we don't want to spend money to mess it up because we don't know what it looks like. You have no idea how many times I finessed so many meals and then people love it, and it's just been a thing that I just want. Like I'm winging it and I'm just creating something. Like the other day, I know one of my staples at my cooking classes when I do the southern one is my collard greens, and I just do it sauteed. Well, if you got leftover collard greens, make a breakfast scramble with collard greens and some onions and bell peppers, and boom, and you got this like new thing that you just came up with. And people, you can just do that. I mean, it doesn't have to be limited to, okay, raw vegan, because that's depressing to me. Nothing against raw vegan people. I'm sorry, y'all are just great. Whoever y'all are, I love y'all to death, but I can't eat that way. I have to have some type of heat and flavor and things with it, and so it doesn't have to be
all the vegans was about to come for you.
It doesn't have to be
all the vegans was about to come for you.
They was about to come for it. Well, because people think I'm vegan, and I don't want to represent what I'm not. You know, and I'm sorry, I don't want to ever claim that because it takes discipline to be vegan, raw vegan. Now, raw vegan is different than regular vegan. Obviously, I know a ton of vegans. To be honest, I could be vegan if I want to, because it's not like I'm not lactose intolerant, so I can do it. Will I do it? No, I kind of really like my cake with butter and egg and sugar. You know?
Cheese and your mac and cheese.
Cream cheese frosting, you know, things like that. So, but being vegan is nothing wrong with being vegan. I just know I can't cross over with the dairy thing. That's just me. Yeah.
So how long have you been doing Foxy Bitchy? How long has she been a thing?
She, Miss Broccoli, which I like to have her as my logo design. I like to always explain that. Because a lot of people, they're just like, okay, well, what is she? Is she a black lady with afro? Is she she's a broccoli floret. But I wanted her to also be a black woman and represent what we are and our greatness. So that's kind of where she kind of took place. So I always like to give that little tidbit too, because people always ask me like, well, what is she? Is she you? She's whatever you want her to be. She's a depiction of us, you know, as black women in our natural state. But we can be broccoli florets too. But Foxy Veggies has been around for, I would say, the piece of like blogging and stuff, we've been around for 2 years. Now the piece of the cooking classes and things, as that expanded, that has only been since January.
Okay.
So that's still new. It just happened this year. Still navigating that and what that looks like. But it's all just learning and figuring out that demand. Sometimes I get people, you know, you get that one residency, you call it a residency, where you're at one location and you do it. You don't want to get stuck in just doing that. You want to also expand that to other things, whether it's an event or catering. I've been asked to do catering and I'm just like, am I there yet? I don't know. But that is an avenue I'm thinking about doing, because you never want to limit yourself in business, but you also want to educate yourself in it too. So that way you don't look like you're just winging it, you know.
Ooh. So tell us about your first event when you did do like the cooking portion of Foxy Veggies.
The first event, again, the story I kind of told you off camera what it was, but it was almost like, can you just do this cooking class for me? It was a year. It was a lady from my previous job. She's one of our owners, and she was like, you need to just come and teach a cooking class. Just teach it. And I refused for like a whole year. I refused. I said, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm in culinary school, but that's good. Like, no, we good. We don't have to do that. And so January hit. She said, Ashley, please. Like, it's December, it's Christmas, it's like, can you just, for the new year, everyone wants to do that as far as just wanting to eat healthier, and I'd be perfect. And I said, okay, well, maybe I can do a southern, like, soul food type deal, right? You know, us black people, you put soul food in something, we like, okay, but it's healthy, let's see what that's about.
Everybody don't show up.
What it really look like, though, what it really tastes like. So it was a free event, and I posted it, and I kid you not, I did, within 24 hours, that event blew. We had like 40 slots for like 35 people. That filled up. We had about 110 people that wanted to attend that one class. So that one class had to be broken into 3 because we were at capacity. The building can only hold 35 people. So we literally had to cut people off and turn them away and say, okay, we'll do this the next weekend and break it out on different weekends. So it was amazing. I did my signature fried chicken with, obviously it's not real meat. Then the collard greens, my sweet potato bites, and
good.
It was good. I really tried to also cater, and I had vegan mac and cheese. So that way you could cater to so many. There you go, vegans. You know, I cater to everybody.
She got y'all.
Gotcha. But I like to cater to everybody, and also see like, this is some banging food, but did you know this was vegan? This was made with almond milk. This was made with, the cheese is coconut milk. The, you know, noodles are made from beets and spinach. Like, you had no idea. And yes, did I put butter in it? No. I actually used an alternative, Smart Balance, that's really good for you. And so people were just amazed that, hey, I can have some good, like, soul food.
So I know you talked about a little bit of what inspired Foxy Veggies. So you were saying just bringing health and wellness to the black community. Like, you can still eat the same, but, well, not eat the same, but you can eat good. It can still be good, but it's going to be a healthy alternative. Would you say it was another thing that inspired Foxy Veggies, or is that the main thing?
To be honest, that was it turned into that as a focus for me. Because when I started Foxy Veggies, I don't know if I told people that about the blog piece. I honestly started the blog because my friends just wanted me to help them. They were like, Ashley, you eat healthy, like, show me how to do it. And I'm like, okay. So I would have to send a text message of like, here's the recipe, girl, here you go. And I got tired of doing that. I was like, well, I'm gonna create a blog and y'all can go look at that.
I love that. That's cool.
Y'all go look at that. So I created a blog, and it just picked up. To be honest, a lot of people were like coming to it. I mean, you got older people that are involved in the church that are like, "Oh, Miss Douglas, you know, I saw your recipe this day, blah blah blah." And it's just, to me, it was like a little forum of a place. I have relatives, cousins, friends that all just wanted to eat healthier. They didn't know how.
Yeah.
So that was really how that got sparked. It was more of a community type deal where people can go to it and look at it, and I didn't have to sit here and
send a whole bunch of recipes out to
like group me of
Okay.
recipes, and so that's how that platform came about. So that was a key number one. Okay, she started the blog. That's why she was able to do it. She was able to cater to her friends and family that kept asking for recipes, and I got tired of sending it through text.
Yeah. Okay.
Or
That's
email.
a really good reason. So to transition a little bit, I know this is like your baby. This is, you know, you're an entrepreneur. So how do you balance everything with being an entrepreneur over Foxy Veggies and whatever else is in your personal life? If it's another form of like work and friends and church, like how do you balance?
I've been told that actually you do the most, like, because I am a hard worker and I will keep going. I don't even have time for myself sometimes, but you have to make time for yourself, because that is one thing I've learned in one of my other jobs where I had to quit that job, and I love that job, but it consumed me so much that it to the point where I was getting sick. And you should never, when your health is at risk, like you know, when you can't sleep and you're not working around your work schedule to eat and do things like and live, that is not right. So for me, I balance it as, okay, because you wanna not only eat better and do better, you gotta exercise, right? Because you still wanna be cute, but then you wanna spend time with family and friends. If you have also another job, because I have a full-time job, you know, I have to remember, like, at work, I have that obligation as well. So I try to balance it as that, you know. I try not to overwhelm or overload too many things back to back. You know, if I have an event, I used to only do 1 month cooking classes. That way, once a month, I would have a class. That way, I could have a couple of weeks to prepare for it, to do any kind of promotions for it. So I wasn't overwhelmed with it. Because it takes a lot of planning to go into classes, you know. And it's just me. All that food you would see, it was me. Cooking all of it for all 40 people, you know. And it could be a 3-course meal. So that takes time, you know. So always make sure to not overload yourself. Give yourself some breaks in between obligations. So if I had a cooking class, then I had an event I would have to go to. If it's a speaking one, then I can load it. So I might do that speaking one the following week. That way I'm not overwhelming myself, but giving myself breaks in between. And if I have a busy full-time work schedule this week, then I know then maybe only do focus for my blog. So for my blog, I do Foodie Fridays on Fridays. I will just do a restaurant review. That way it's not so overwhelming. So I'll have one there, and then you may do spacing out that way. You always have to space out and give your time some me time. If I work out for 30 minutes, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times a week, that's all you have then. Listen to your body. If you feel tired, take a nap. I take naps, y'all. I take naps.
That's good.
And you can take a nap. I'm not saying take a nap on the job. I'm not saying that. But like, if you get home and you're overwhelmed and you're not ready to cook right now, you need a quick 30-minute, take a 30-minute nap. Your body will love you. And you will feel rejuvenated and you won't feel overwhelmed. Because I would fall victim to being overwhelmed. Because you're Superwoman and you think you can do everything. And even Superwoman slept at night and took naps. She probably didn't even really have a full-time job. I mean, saving the world was a job. But I mean, was she on call all the time? Probably not.
That's real, because like I said, women, we go, because we just like to do. So that's real self-care for sure. So what has been a learning experience for you as like an entrepreneur and starting Foxy Veggies?
A learning experience. I know. That's such a weighted question. But it's a good one. A major learning experience that I have is that everything will happen in its time. that is the biggest one that I think I had to learn because, again, if you're very goal-oriented, you're very driven, you just, as soon as you get a thought and a vision, you push it. And you got to do it right now, right? You got to push it because, especially with God, when God places on you your purpose and what you're supposed to do, you're like, okay, well, I got to do this for God, so I need to hurry up.
Right, you hit
like,
the ground running.
I got to go. I got to do it like this year. Like, I need to do it. I need to set it up the whole year, and it's like, but sometimes it won't work out like that. And you got to be okay with knowing that that just isn't the right time. And you will fail at certain things in business, but the biggest thing is knowing that, okay, you failed, but it just wasn't the right time. That doesn't mean that next year it won't be popping. This one idea that you have, it won't be successful. Maybe just this year at this particular time, this month, it didn't work, but that doesn't mean next month or the following month it won't be. Maybe you just needed that extra time to set it up right so that it could be better and translate it better to people. So that's been like the biggest thing for me is learning that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good, because I know that's one thing that I am struggling with. So for you to say that, you were preaching to me, I'm like, wow, because you know, we just want control over a lot of things. So that's really good.
Yeah.
So last question, share a tip for those maybe wanting to blog or maybe wanting to be a chef or an entrepreneur. Like,
I say whatever you decide to do blogging wise, make sure it's something that you enjoy doing, because this will be something you're going to invest money in. You're going to invest time in, and it has to be something that you don't fall to a piece of like it's a job where you feel like this is just I don't even want to do this. It will be times when you're tired, but when it is a blog or if it's whether it's cooking or anything, make sure it really is your passion and it's something that excites you. I get excited going to different restaurants. Like I get excited going in front of people and cooking in front of people, and then afterwards them telling me like, I'm so happy you were here today because you showed me how to eat differently. Or you showed me that it's not so hard. Or they're giving me tips like, I was so like pumped up about this. Did you know you could do this? Make sure whatever you do is something that is a passion for you. Because if not, you're going to hate it. Because this is not my first side job that I've had as a business. And it's been things that I love and fueled me, but it became a job and it became something that was just not it. So whatever you decide to do, make sure it's something you will love to do, no matter if it's like late nights. I will sometimes cook till 2 in the morning.
That's cool.
And have a class and teach it at noon and have to get there and set up.
That's dedication.
You have to know, right, but it's a passion. So whatever you do, you tired, but then it's like you still hyped about it. Like I'm still having fun with it. Make sure that's what you want to do, because blogging you don't start out making a ton of money, period. You know, you might get perks where you might be able to connect with a ton of people and collaborate that builds, and then it becomes something that can be lucrative. But just know that it has to be a passion, and just know, stick with it. Sometimes it doesn't catch on right away. But stick with it. Be consistent, stick with it, because God's timing, it'll always work out in God's timing.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that. Did you want to tell everyone where they can find you, like social media, if you want to share your blog and
okay. So Instagram is a big platform I get hit up on a lot. So please follow me, all lowercase, Foxy Veggies. That's Foxy Veggies, FOXYVEGGIES, Foxy Veggies. And then I have a Twitter, but I'm not as active, so I mean, you can always follow that if you would like to. It's Foxy_Veggies, but my main platform is my blog. That's foxyveggies.wordpress.com.
Cool. Okay. Y'all be sure to follow her. Her Foodie Fridays, they're amazing. I follow her and I'm like, dang, I need to go try this restaurant. But follow her for sure. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you like this series. If you have a question for Ashley, and you know, just whatever.
I mean,
just be interactive.
Subscribe to this wonderful woman, okay? We are.
Yes.
We would not be here because it's her who's running this. So make sure to support her too. Like, share, follow, her dedication. Yes.
Well, thank you, and until next time.